Hello and welcome back, friends. If you are new around here, I am Big Gata. If you came looking for the sharpest tennis bets, you're right where you belong. Right now we are covering ATP Shanghai, the Masters. Fourth round, second day. So get into the comments. Let me see what you guys are playing, please. And keep your eyes peeled for the pinned comment to see what I will be playing for the matches coming up in just a few hours. If you do like the breakdowns of these matches, please give this video a like. It goes a super long way. If you'd like to get my picks from my pinned comment immediately as soon as I post, you can subscribe with notifications on. That is the fastest way to actually get my bets. And if you are generous for any wins that you do get on the channel, there's a link in my pinned comment if you'd like to donate. It's just there if you'd like to. Not asking for it. It's just there if you'd like to. And there's also a link to my free Discord, something I am asking you to do. Get yourself involved to the free Discord. We talk money, more plays, everything. With that being said, what are we looking like for today, friends? We had a pretty good day. We took, on my one-day hiatus, we came back and we took Auger-Aliassime to get rid of Giovanni and Pesci Pericard. And we also took Valentin Vacherat to get us a set. And he ended up taking the match from Talon Griekspoor. And boy, does that feel good. Something about this, that hit really felt good. It was in a tiebreak as well. He smoked him in the tiebreak. It was like 7-1. So very happy with Vacherat. He's playing like Valentin Royer. The Valentins have been playing well in Asia, man. Am I right or am I right? But anyway, we only got 4 matches to get into for today, so I'm not going to hold you guys up too long. We can pop right into it. But yes, I am happy with the results. Happy with the results from yesterday. Anyway, our first match is going to be Arthur Rinderknech going against Yuri Lehecka. And this is going to be an interesting one, friends. This is their third head-to-head. Third time is a charm for somebody. But it has gone Rinderknech in the most recent match, and a straight set win in Marseille in the indoor hard courts, 7-5, 7-6. And then we have Yuri Lehecka winning the previous match in Indian Wells in 2023 in the first round, going 7-6, 7-5. So, with that being said, what do we notice here in the 2 times they played in the past year and a half? We always get a tiebreak, but that first set goes over 10.5 games. That's the first thing that catches my eye. That's the smoke. If you guys would like to fuck with that today, I mean, that would be some smoke to take. First set going over 10 points. Both of them to hold for five games or to break and get broken back. I think it's fair. I think it's doable. But as we know, Rinderknech is still got a negative record this season, going 11-14. Got a 59% win rate on the hard courts, though. It's creeping up. Still won't really touch Yuri Lehecka with a 24-9 this season, going 65%. That is 6% above him, above Rinderknech. So, would you be surprised if? I think he's good for a set, Rinderknech. I mean, he took 2 sets from Zverev, but he be doing that, don't he? He lets Zverev get 1, but he ends up taking the match. I think it's so crazy that is his new arch nemesis, or just someone he just can't beat. It's interesting. Anyway, if you think Rinderknech is good enough to get close to Yuri and taking a set, go ahead. But I think Yuri Lehecka is going to win the match. He's favored at all too high of a price for me to give much of a fuck about. Minus 320. Wasn't that the price of Zverev? So, something to think about there. I think the over 9.5 is probably worth dog shit. Probably what? Let me see. Excuse me. Minus 200 parlay piece. It should be even money for the way things have been going. But it's only been one first set that hasn't gone 6-4. And that was for Rinderknech, and that was against Mickelson. I think he has a bit of a harder person to go against here, but we know at some times Yuri can be a slow starter. Hopefully this isn't going to be one of those times. I think Yuri gets it done though. In straight sets, I don't know. I would go just to be risky, take Yuri 2-1, just to get some money out of it. You know, just say fuck it. You're betting on Lehecka, but you're rooting for Rinderknech to do something for you. Plus 250 for the 2-1. Anyway, I'll probably leave that match alone, to be honest with you. We got a pretty good slate today. So let's move right along. And our next match is going to be Nuno Borges going against Alex de Minaur. And this is going to be their first head-to-head. Now, we saw first head-to-head with... Nope. Take that back. Mivshak had been against de Minaur before. But I don't know if Nuno is going to be able to handle this level of movement. De Minaur is looking like how he did in DC. I'm going to just be frank with you. He's looking like how he looked in DC. And if you go back down far enough, you'll see. He's on the trajectory of playing just as well. He only dropped 2 sets in DC. He hasn't dropped a set yet. Do I think Nuno could do it? Maybe. I don't know. Nuno's been surprising us, but every match that he's been playing against people that are getting their shit back together. So I would expect de Minaur to win the match in straights. I expected Taylor Fritz to win the match in straights, and he got dog walked in straights. So because of the conditions, I think with these conditions, what is Nuno Borges? He's Portuguese. So I mean, what's the weather like in Portugal right now? It's hella humid. And doesn't get too hot down there. Depending on where you're at, but it doesn't get ridiculously hot. Like 86s to 95s, or if you're not where I'm at, it's around like 30s at the most. So, the Demon is someone that doesn't like the heat, but he has been playing quite well in it. Now, when we saw him in Cincinnati lose to Opelka in straights, these are one of those matchups where I'm like, if this happens, this is the guy to do it, I guess. Because if Riley Opelka can do it, then Nuno Borges definitely could do it too, if the conditions are just right. And if it's too humid, I don't know. It was pretty humid in DC, but not in the nighttime. It cooled out a bit, and the air got a bit clearer in the nighttime. So I don't think that's going to be the case here. I don't know. I'm trying to give you the angle that I think is how it's going to go. But obviously, I think that de Minaur is going to win the match based on how badly he beat Mivshak. I don't really see him getting stretched too thin. I think if Mivshak was to go against Borges, I think Mivshak actually would have ended up taking a set off of him, maybe, or maybe even winning. So, de Minaur in the mix. Obviously, he should get the win. And I say that because he's 30-10 this season, right? Borges is what, 17-13? But they have the same percentage of win rate. Actually, Borges has a higher win rate on a hard court. But this could go from his inflated ITF run, as spoken before. So, as of recently, he's had some decent seasons, but nothing too crazy to write home about. I would put it more at about a 58% win rate, if that. So, 10% in reality is the difference in the win rate. So, go for de Minaur. Play him on DraftKings. If he's worth anything, might have a short slate, might be able to play now at this point. But we'll move on. And our next match, second to last match we have, is going to be Mr. Felix Auger-Aliassime going against Lorenzo Musetti. And boy, oh boy, what an interesting history these two blokes have. This is going to be their 8th head-to-head. It is 4-3 Musetti between them. Their last 2 matches, which was over the past year and some change, have been from Musetti with 3-set wins in Miami, which was a Masters, and the Olympics, and a 3-setter where he played for bronze. Musetti ended up, I guess, getting silver. Regardless, Davis Cup doesn't really count either. So, like, official tissue match, I guess, was the Olympics, but ATP real record between them is Musetti 1, Felix 1. It's 2-2 in reality. Yeah, it's 2-2. So, or 3-2. Regardless, Felix is definitely been playing a bit more impressive tennis. And I say a bit more because of his run in the U.S. Open, right? Took a set off Yannick Sinner. Didn't think that would happen. Beat Minaur in 4 sets. Beat Zverev in 4 sets. Beat Rublev in straights. Beat Safulin and Harris in straights. So we know. And since he's come back into Shanghai, he hasn't dropped a fucking set. Felix looks great. He looks great. Musetti, he did retire to Lerner Tien. We still don't really understand or like that too much. But he seemingly came back into Shanghai bageling people, so I guess he's fine. He does not like this heat, though. He has been complaining about this heat, and one person who hasn't been has been Felix Auger-Aliassime. So I will definitely, out of the two, take them for a set, being as though the last 2 matches they played, even though Felix hasn't been the best Felix recently, I think now he's getting back into this form that we have been used to seeing him in. I think we can trust him a bit to get us a set in this situation. Can we not? Musetti's a clay guy. Most of their matches have been on the clay. When it has been on a hard court, outside of the one in Miami earlier this year, Felix has done him in straights. So I do like the idea of him getting a set. But granted, that was back in 2022, back when he was healthier, had a whole different play style because of his condition and his physicality. So that is a slight caveat to think about. I do fancy Felix for a set, though. Yes, Musetti got rid of Dardery in straights. Dardery still covered that spread, though. I told you he would. Comasanya, 6'4", 6'0". I mean, he's not much of a hardcore player. He hasn't really broken into it either yet. He's going to take maybe another season or so to get into it. So that was really like a free win there for Musetti, who's been in quarterfinals, finals so far in China. So he's been playing well, but Felix has just stepped here, and I think he's here to win. I think he's here to cut Musetti's time short. Musetti's gotten a decent amount of money out in China anyway, so who wants it more? I think Felix may want it more, and I think he may play better. I think he just will. So I like him for a set. I do. And our last but not least, we have the third, and I mean it, the third time this year, we have our boy, Lerner Tien, going against Daniel Medvedev. What the fuck? Here we are again, bro. So, third hardcourt match. Second time in China. They played each other literally last week. I bet on this guy on my birthday, and he won me money. I love Lerner Tien, man. I don't know what you guys want me to say. I'm still going to play safe with him. Medvedev, if he loses this match, you know what that means. If you lose to anyone 3 times in the ATP, they become your... So, it'll be quite a shame to see Learner Tien step into fatherhood so early. I would hate to have to give him a card for Father's Day. I haven't even gotten one yet. So, Medvedev is more than deserving of one. He has children. Hopefully, he doesn't become someone's child again. Yeah, that's all I can really say about that. So, anyway, as we know, it's 2-0 between these two blokes. Leonard Tien is number 3 in the ATP for the most top 10 wins this season. Coming in third to, obviously, Alcaraz and Sinner. So, Daniel Medvedev is currently ranked 18. Leonard Tien is still climbing. The last time we talked, I think he was what? 50, 52? Now he's 36. This is crazy, right? Keep going, Tien. We're rooting for you, brother. Keep going, Leonard Tien, bro. I'm fucking with the progress. Anyway, you know the kid. He's 26-12 on the hard court this season. Last season, he was 54-8 on the challenger level, going 33-23 this season, ending last season 64-14. That is a plus 50 spread on his losses. He's got a plus 10 spread on his losses right now as an ATP rookie player. So, best believe I got me a Leonard Tien autograph signed card. Shout out to my good friend, Zed. Appreciate the birthday gift, my guy. Really appreciate that. Got me a numbered, autographed, signed Leonard Tien rookie card. Real friends. True Gator. So, anyway, Medvedev is 18-11. Same amount of wins this season. 33-20. So 3 less losses than Tien. Which, hey, should it be that close? In reality, Leonard Tien has a better record on the hard course this season. Tien has one more loss, but 8 more wins on the hard court this season. We've seen him go through Musetti, Kecmanovic, Cam Norrie, someone he's seen before, and that's the thing. I say this a lot, but this may have been a minute since you guys have heard it. Leonard Tien got the name Learner because his parents are, one is a teacher and one is a lawyer. So his sister's name is Justice, right? I know this because that's what the announcers say during the matches. I don't just look this shit up, but I am a fan, so I know it now. Anyway, Tien has this ability where he likes to learn from his opponents. He literally, that is his thing. He hones in on how he plays against people and how they play against him, and he adjusts defensively until he can play offensively. That is his play style, and he learns from his opponents that he's been beaten by very well. He hasn't been beaten by this guy yet because he's seemingly figured him out. He lost to Cam Norrie, right? And their history is what? 2-1 now. Because the first time he played him was in Hong Kong at the end of last year. And he lost in straights. Played another lefty. But another ATP player, right? Next time he played him, it went to a tiebreak. He beat him the same exact ways now. The exact same ways. Exact same score. 7-6, 6-3. Acapulco this year. Literally, he played him. He lost to him in December, and then played him 2 months later in February and beat him in straight sets, and then hasn't dropped a set to him since then. 8 months went by, and he's like, "Oh yeah, this is how you play. I forgot. Got you." So, it's been a week and a half since he's played against Medvedev. I would really like to think that Medvedev would give up a set. Has he given up a set so far? No. Against people that he definitely, I would expected him to give a setup to, no, he is not. That is definitely impressive. But what happened literally last week? He did the same thing to the same people, more or less. He played Foki, right? Alejandro Davidovich Fokina beat him 6-3, 6-3. Beat Cam Nori straight sets. Got rid of Zverev. That was the woo match. But Zverev lost to Rinderknech, so woo with that too. So seemingly Rinderknech and Medvedev have Zverev's number. Happens. But regardless, this is the same people that we've been seeing. So it's nothing new here for Lerner. I think we're going to get him to take a set. If you want to go with that smoke like me, if you're confident like me, if you think he can do it like me, take the Tien money line. If you're even crazier, you would take him 2-1. Because you just know that Medvedev won't get a set this game. Because he just not about to just go out like that this time. And he got a set last time too. So he gonna try it the same way, but he hasn't had much time to practice against lefties, has he? The lefty has had a lot of time against right players, so I would be a little bit worried about that. Actually, that's not true. He's been playing against lefties the whole time, except for Kecmanovic, in which he dropped a set to. So hey, there it is, 2-1. Anyway, those are my 2 cents on that. That was a bit of a tangent, forgive me. But wanted to be a bit of informative about that one. He has been making us a nice chunk of money. At least me. I don't know about you guys, but Tien has always made me good money, and there's been a few times where he didn't do what I needed him to do, but he does what I need him to do more than when he doesn't. So I profit from that, and I'm grateful for that. And with that being said, that is all we have for the slate, but we can talk a little bit about these futures, though, because let's be honest, man. Shit's looking a little crazy now, right? Who do we even have left? Okay? We have Djokovic, Minaur, Rune, Medvedev, Lehecka, Musetti, Felix, Zizou, Tien, Vacheron, Rinderknech, Tsitsipas. What? No. Borges. Okay? Borges is plus 8,000. Don't think that's happening, right? But a bit interesting. Felix is plus 1,700. Am I crazy for thinking that Felix might be the one to take this? Felix could be the one to do this. If it's not Felix, it's Lehecka or Demon. But I would go Demon if I had to put the money on like the most like fit person here. But he's someone that you don't know how. He made me skeptical on how big that tank he got is. So I wouldn't take him to win outright because I don't trust the tank as much as people say he has heaps of stamina. I don't trust it because I've seen him give up against get tired against Opelka. So right. Or am I just bugging? Tell me. Regardless, I will think more about this. But what do you guys think? Who do you guys got winning this whole thing at this point? I don't think Musetti's going to do it. I don't think Medvedev is going to do it. That'd be a huge shocker. I don't think Rune. I think Rune might get surprised and upset somewhere. I think Tien could do it. If everybody else gets knocked out, he might have to go against someone that like he may be able to get around. Like if it ends up being like him and Minaur, I kind of like Tien's odds there. Even though Minaur in a final is kind of beast mode, but I like the idea of Tien trying to tire him out, and he's got the lefty ability to maybe do so. So I like it. I like it. Vacheron as well. We will see what this guy produces. He's been super impressive. So, who does he even play next? Do we know? He plays Holger. Okay, that's going to be a crazy match. Vacheron is plus 250 to. Oh my God, I'd take him for a set. He's playing too good. But regardless, I'll catch you guys tomorrow. Thank you for tuning in with me. I love you all. And I'll catch you in the next one. Bet wisely, be wise, and be well. Take care.